Hello and welcome back to Better Book Reviews. Today is March 28th, 2025, and we'll be discussing Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, introduction with Gregory Hayes. This book was really inspiring, and if you stay to the end, we're going to do an unboxing of a surprise book for you. I was recommended this book in Santa Monica at the edge of it, right next to Pacific Palisades, which has been decimated by fire and devastation. I was looking for a book on philosophy, and I was recommended this book, which is about Stoicism and being the best possible version of yourself. So I'd like to read to you a couple of the notes that I took. This is from Book 4, page 37. Our inward power, when it obeys nature, reacts to events by accommodating itself to what it faces, to what is possible. It needs no specific material. It pursues its own aims as circumstances allow. It turns obstacles into fuel. As a fire overwhelms what would have quenched a lamp, what's thrown on top of the conflagration is absorbed, consumed by it, and makes it burn still higher. No random actions, none based on underlying principles. People try to get away from it all, to the country, to the beach, to the mountains. You always wish that you could too, which is idiotic. You can get away from it anytime you like, by going within. Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul, especially if you have other thing to rely on. An instant's recollection, and there it is, complete tranquility. And by tranquility I mean a kind of harmony. So keep getting away from it all like that. Renew yourself, but keep it brief and basic. A quick visit should be enough to ward off all and send you back ready to face what awaits you. What's there to complain about? What's there to complain about? People's misbehavior, but take into consideration that rational beings exist for one another, that doing what's right sometimes requires patience, that no one does the wrong thing deliberately, and the number of people who have failed and envied and hated and fought and died and been buried. The things have no hold on the soul. They stand there unmoving, outside it. Disturbance comes only from within, from our own perceptions. That everything you will see will soon alter and cease to exist. Think of how many changes you've already seen. The world is nothing but change. Our life is only perception. If thought is something we share, then so is reason. What makes us reasoning beings? If so, then the reason that tells us what to do and what not to do is also shared. And if so, we share a common law. And thus are fellow citizens, and fellow citizens of something. And in that case, our state must be the world. What other entity could all of humanity belong to? And from it, from this state that we share, come thought and reason and law. Where else could they come from? The earth that composes me derives from earth, the water from some other element, the air from its own source. The heat and fire from theirs, since nothing comes from nothing or returns to it. So thought must derive from somewhere else as well. So that's just some of the notes that I took on Meditations, and I highly recommend this book. I found it very unique, helpful, and challenging to learn so much from Greg's interpretation of Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. Before actually beginning the book, and you could say he inspired me to start this channel, this YouTube channel, for you to learn the truth. I always wanted to study philosophy, and it's led me to this book. I've also just finished reading the New Testament, which, talks about, there's a section on citizens, and Revelation is unbelievable. And after reading Revelation, with all these fires that we've had, started by direct energy weapons, and putting all these people out of their homes, it makes you feel like we're definitely in Revelation right now. So read up on your Bible. I've asked a lot of people, and they say they've never really read it, but I would recommend getting the one with when Jesus speaks in red ink. It's really helpful, but get a large print. I'm also looking for the Ethiopian Bible, which includes the book of Enoch, which talks about the Nephilim, the giants, and it's very hard to find for me so far, but I haven't done a deep dive. So we will be getting back to our Bible readings, but wanted to really just get to this, and without further ado, let's do an unboxing. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, this looks like a good one. Ooh. This is a doozy. Gold Warriors by Sterling and Peggy Seagrave. America's Secret Recovery of Yamashita's Gold. So just to read you a little bit about this one. Drawing on a vast range of original documents and thousands of hours of interviews, Gold Warriors exposes one of the great state secrets of the 20th century. In 1946, the U.S. intelligence officers in Manila discovered that the Japanese had hidden large quantities of gold bullion and other looted treasure in the Philippines. President Truman decided to recover the gold, but to keep its riches secret. These, combined with Japanese treasure recovered during the U.S. occupation and with recovered Nazi loot, would create a worldwide American political action fund to fight communism. The black gold gave Washington virtually limitless, unaccountable funds, providing an asset base to reinforce the treasuries of America's allies, to bribe political and military leaders, and to manipulate elections in foreign countries for more than 50 years. And some of the quotes on the reviews are, "The reader will walk away from this book astounded and outraged at the immensity of the fraudulent activities that the world's governments, banks, and spies are engaged in. Gold Warriors is chilling in its accumulation. Counterpunch. Easily the best guide available to the scandal of Yamashita's gold. London Review of Books. One is swept up in the high-intensity story the Seagraves tell, Publishers Weekly." And Iris Chang, another author, says the Seagraves have uncovered one of the biggest secrets of the 20th century. So, highly recommend this book, and I'll be doing a full review on it when I finish reading it. And I can read you the back of Meditation since we didn't do that as well. And again, this is a new translation with an introduction by Gregory Hayes. Marcus Aurelius succeeded his adoptive father as Emperor of Rome in AD 161, and Meditations remains one of the greatest works of spiritual and ethical reflection ever written. With a profound understanding of human behavior, Marcus provides insights, wisdom, and practical guidance on everything from living in the world to coping with adversity to interacting with others. Consequently, the Meditations have become required reading for statesmen and philosophers alike, while generations of other readers have responded to the straightforward intimacy of his style. In Gregory Hayes' new translation, the first in a generation, Marcus's thoughts speak with a new immediacy. Never before have they been so directly and powerfully presented. Gregory Hayes is an associate professor of classics at the University of Virginia. So, this has been Better Book Reviews, and please let me know what you want to see or hear about being reviewed in the future. And if you've read either one of these books, like, share, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.